Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha, and today, on the very last day of the year, I'm going to be sharing with you some products from 2018 that I think really stood out. And of course, for a very, very good reason. And one in particular, I think, skyrocketed one brand to the #1 slot, certainly in my estimation anyway. First of all, I'm going to be sharing with you this product. In fact, it's 4 products within one that was on everybody's lips before it launched. Not just because of the products, but because there was a delay. And it is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill collaboration. And it's called The Vault. Now, I think if you don't know about this, where have you been? Because at one point during the year, and I was so disappointed when they said this wasn't going to launch, because I had saved my pennies up, I had got them ready to purchase this product, and then when we were told that it wasn't launching because there was a product with the problem with the formula, I thought, oh no, I'm going to have to wait. But actually, it wasn't too long before this launched properly, and I was really, really pleased. So I really love this product. In fact, there's one palette that I haven't even tested, but I really love the formulation of these. Now, I'm just going to, which one is it? I haven't shared with you Dark Magic yet, so I'll lay that one down. But the rest of them really, really surprised me. Now, of course, like I said, this product was on everybody's lips at one point during this year. Everybody was talking about it. And then when it did launch, when it finally launched, I suppose relaunched, because it did launch, didn't it? Some PR was sent out, and some YouTubers were not very, happy with the formula. So that's why they actually delayed the launch, and they reformulated and then launched it a few weeks later, not too much longer. And I must say that especially one, where is it? One palette. This one, and this one is called a Bling Boss. This one really stood out. It is beautiful. It is purpley pinks, all the colours that I love. I don't particularly like this colour, but I must say that it is just such a stunning palette. The formula is amazing. The shimmers in these palettes are just, well, beyond. Like I say, I've got one more to share with you, and of course I will be doing that soon, but the ones that I have tested already, I just absolutely love. To start with, I thought, is the formula okay? There was a little bit of hesitation for me, but actually I have used these, and you can see I've made quite a dent in that one there, which is it called, yeah, Ballsy. Is it Ballsy? Let me just make sure. This one, yeah, Ballsy. I've got it upside down, so I'm confusing myself. But these are just stunning palettes, and like I say, they were talked about so much. So you've got that one. Then you've got this one, which is called Armed and Gorgeous. This is stunning. I mean, that shade there, just amazing. The only problem I should say that I've got with these palettes is that they haven't got that many transitional shades. This one is called Ring the Alarm, and it is just beautiful. If you love those warm tones, oh, just amazing. I love these palettes, not just because of the colours. I really, really love the colours, but I also love the fact that they are smaller palettes. I'm just going to put them back in their little vault. I really love it. They store very nicely, and I'm just obsessed. Love those. There was also another palette that I really liked. This one was definitely not hyped up quite so much as the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette, but it's still one that I had to mention because I'm obsessed. It is the 35M Boss Mood palette, and again, I'll put it upside down. Now, this one is so different. There was a palette from Melt Cosmetics. Is it the Gemini palette? I really, really wanted that palette so much. I loved the colours in that one, but Melt Cosmetics, until recently, wasn't actually available within the UK. It is now available at beautybay.com, but the Gemini palette hasn't launched yet. I don't know if it is going to launch, because Melt Cosmetics have launched 3 or 4 eyeshadow palettes, and they seem to all be unavailable on the US site, and I think that they are only available for a limited amount of time. So when I saw this, these had the same kind of green shades that I really wanted from that Melt Cosmetics palette, and the same kind of feel as well. So I picked this one up, and I have not been disappointed with the formula. I love it. The strange thing is that I've used nearly every other colour in here apart from the greens. I'm yet to use that, but the formulation from Morphe is just amazing. It used to be a little bit hit and miss, but I think now that they've really perfected that formula, and I'm just obsessed. I love that 35M Boss Mood palette. When I initially actually reviewed it, I wasn't 100% with it, and I think it's because I swap from formulas with eyeshadows, and sometimes it's, you know, formulas within eyeshadow palettes are different, you know, from different brands, but yeah, I really love that palette now. I'm obsessed, love it, absolutely love those colours. And like I say, I will share with you a green-eyed look. I think I've actually shared with you a look with this shimmer, which is called Pop Star, which is this one here. It's like a very citrusy green, but I'm yet to use these ones. But yeah, I'm just loving the formula within that palette. Okay, so now on to a brand that relaunched a lot of products. Did they relaunch, or was it a complete launch? To be honest, there's been so many launches this year. I think it was a launch, wasn't it? And it was the Revolution Pro. I'm thinking of another brand, which I've got some more products here for you in a moment. Now, at the beginning or first quarter of the year, Revolution launched their Revolution Pro products, and I must say that as soon as I tried them, I was obsessed. I love every single product that I have tried from that brand, but there is 2 that stand out for me, that really have made such a difference to my makeup collection. I know that when Revolution Pro launched, there was a lot of talk, again very much like the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collaboration, on everybody's lips. Everybody was talking about it, and these are what I love from the range particularly. It is the Regeneration, yeah, I've got the name right, the Regeneration palettes. I am obsessed with these. If you haven't tried these, you may want to try one at a time. You can pick them up from either revolutionbeauty.com or superdrug.com. Superdrug tend to have a lot of 3 for 2 offers available on their makeup, and when they do, I suggest you try these. These are such an amazing formula. They've just done a little bit of a poll, I think, on their Instagram, and on their Instagram page, and it is their Mischief Mattes eyeshadow palette that came out on top. For me though, my favourite is Unleashed, and it is this palette. Now you can see I've used this so much. It's battered. It is, I mean, you can see my favourite shimmers. I just love this palette so much. It's mauvey. It's me in a palette, and I must say that I wasn't really into purples, and then I tested out Vindicate, this one here, and then Pardon, this one here, and also I like these as well, these pinky purpley shades, and I was hooked. This is one of those palettes that if you don't know what else to put on, then put this on, and it always makes a statement. It always, I always receive comments when I wear it, especially these shimmery shades. What I will say about these palettes, and I'll go through the whole collection of what I've got in a moment. Of course, this is going to be a long video because I've got a lot of products to get through, and I will try my best. But you know how passionate I am about products that I love. I will try, obviously, and get to the point. There's probably many points that I want to share with you. The shimmers in here, they are not thick, You know, some eyeshadows, shimmery eyeshadows, they feel quite thick, and when you pop them on you get a lot of fallout, and you know, sometimes they have that impact. These are quite a thin, shimmery formulation, and you can build them up, but they are nonetheless absolutely stunning. I love them so much, and it is amazing to me that a brand under the, you know, Revolution umbrella, all of the brands within that umbrella, they can have different formulas, so they're not just popping in, you know, that eyeshadow will do. They reformulate for, or they did reformulate for Revolution Pro. You can tell the difference within their eyeshadow range. Especially if you, like me, are a little bit of a connoisseur of their products. As you know, Revolution across the board is my favourite brand of all time, and I just absolutely love them. But this one has to be my favourite, Unleashed. The mattes in here are stunning too. So we've got Unleashed. Then we've got this one called, I don't even know why I look because I know the names. This one is Goldmine. And as the name suggests, you've got some golden tones in here. But what I really love, and I've said this before talking about this palette, it's not gold as in, you know, everything's gold. They've given you a mix of shades so that you can create a golden eyed look, but they've got like some warm oranges, they've got some terracottas, they've got a cooler brown, you've got some grey blacks there. You've got everything, and I really love the colourways in that palette. This one is the Huda Beauty dupe. It's the Revelation palette. You'll see why it's the Huda Beauty dupe, the rose gold version, her original palette. I again love this, but I must say that still Unleashed wins above them all. When you look at this palette, I suppose you think, you know, it's going to be perhaps a favourite, but it's not until you try the shades on that you know which one is your favourite out of them all. And I do love this one, but like I say, Unleashed is tops for me. This is another one that I really love. It's Mirage. This one has so many warm tones in there, and it's different. What I really loved about the eyeshadows that or these palettes that they released, it was different, and I really love that about Revolution. Yes, sometimes it's a little bit, you know, same, but when they released these, they were so different, and I just love them. So that one is Mirage. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then this is brand new. I haven't even used this yet because I did pick it up when it released. I don't know where it went, so I picked up a brand new one, and it is Restoration, and it is just stunning. I think it's one of those ones where you look at it and you think little bit dull, but actually when I took a closer look at these, I thought, wow, this is going to make some incredible eye looks for me, so I had to pick that up again. Now this is another one. Now this is from Obsession, and this is a brand that launched a lot of products. You remember the single shadows with the stars that were available that you could pop into like a Freedom palette, that kind of, you know, palette that you could pop shades in, swap them about and all things like that. So that was what they were quite renowned for. And then a few months ago, they actually relaunched, and they relaunched with lots and lots of new palettes. And this one stood out for me. So of course it was on everybody's lips at that particular time. What were they going to release? You know, they brought out those Obsess eyeshadows, the single eyeshadows in their second single shadow release. And I was literally obsessed with them because the formula is beyond amazing. And I'm so pleased now that those are now available on the revolutionbeauty.com site. So if you've been after those single Obsess eyeshadows that I have talked endlessly about, do head over to the revolutionbeauty.com site because they are now available. And you won't be disappointed. And I think they're only about £2 each. But anyway, they relaunched with lots of palettes. Belle Jordan's collaboration was another product that they launched. But this one is the one that I am obsessed about, and it is the Be In Love With palette. It is only £6. Now again, they've gone a little bit with the idea that you can, you know, swap the eyeshadows about, because you can actually remove them. But look at these shades for £6. I mean, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't even work it out how much each eyeshadow is. But what really stood out for me was this shade at the bottom. Obviously it's upside down because of the mirror, but it's called Bond. And I know that the creator of Revolution, the owner of Revolution, Mr. Minto, loves James Bond. So I think that that is quite, well, it's lovely that they have named that shadow. I don't know if it is after James Bond or why they've named it that. But for me, I really love the idea because he does love James Bond. And that's what I think about every time I look at this. But this is a standout shade. When you look at it, you first of all think, again, you know, it's a peachy pink palette. It is pretty, but that is outstanding. It's a duochrome, so it's like a peachy pink duochrome, but on the eye it is stunning. Especially with the combination of eyeshadows that they've got in here. And again, they've thought of everything. And another thing that I love about this brand is that they really do think about the shades when they're putting them together. So you've got the lighter transitional shades, you've got the mid-tones, you've got the deeper. I know there's only one, but to be honest, that's all you need. And then you've got some shimmers. You know, if you don't particularly like that one, which I'm not sure why you wouldn't, but you could go for this one, or you've got this one, which of course you can see I've made a dent in there for my inner corner. But yeah, they've got everything in this palette and I really am obsessed with it. Every single time I've worn this, I have received comments. What is on your lid? What are you wearing? Well, this is the shade that I'm wearing and it is Bond. Absolutely love this. And again, if you haven't checked this out, this the new range out, then I would certainly check this out. And I know that there are others out there that love it because you have been contacting me. So yeah, do check that one out. Now, before I get on to some, well, I think the real winners within this these launches from 2018, there's a couple of more products that I want to share with you, and I do apologise about my throat. I've had like a cold that wants to come out and isn't coming out for about 2 weeks now, and my throat is extremely sore, so I do apologise. The next product again is from Revolution Pro, and again this is an absolute winner. These are the Revolution Pro Supreme lipsticks, and I brought in my absolute favourite, and it is called Heroin. And it looks, well, they look like this. I think they're either £4 or £5. So they look very professional, as the brand name suggests. And this one is so beautiful. It is just stunning. These lipsticks, and you do get different formulas. So this is like a cream, comfort matte kind of cream finish. They're very opaque, and for the amount of money that you're paying, you may want to check these out because they are stunning. I would go as far as to say that these are on the same level as my MAC lipsticks. That is how good. And in fact, I have got a handful of MAC lipsticks. In fact, I used to have a whole collection of MAC lipsticks, probably about 30 to 40. I've only now got 2 or 3 left, my favourites, because these are outstanding. And I thought to myself, why pay, I don't know, just under £20? I don't know how much MAC lipsticks are anymore because I haven't bought one for a while, but I know that they're heading for, I don't know, they were £15.50 the last time I purchased. So they're obviously heading for the £20 mark, but why pay that amount of money when I can pay £4 or £5 and get the same kind of finish, the same kind of longevity with a Revolution Pro lipstick? And of course, I now know, that if I use this up, and I've already got a backup of this one, when I use it up, it's only £5 to replace. So, you know, and that's what I always think about when I purchase makeup. I don't want to pay £20 for a lipstick, and then when I've used it all up, I've then got to pay another £20. So absolutely love these. I would recommend these to anyone. If you don't particularly like, you know, that matte formula, then you could try this one. It's a cream. Also, I always wear the Revolution Renaissance lip liner in Chauffeur. So if you're thinking this is a little bit too light, it is a light shade, but it works so beautifully with that lip liner. And again, that is very inexpensive as well. Now this for me, out of all of the eyeshadows that I have shared with you, is a standout palette. I think a lot of you will be saying these, one of these is a favourite from this collection as well, and this is the Revolution Reloaded Palette Basic Mattes. I have talked endlessly about this palette because it is a staple within my eyeshadow collection. I use this so much. I've got some real dents in these two particular shades here, and I love these two here as well. It is just outstanding, and to think that these are only £4 each. Amazing. Now, I did have all of the collection, but I found that all I'm using is this because it's just such a standout palette. I just love it. I've got every matte that I need in here in one palette, and then I just choose a shimmer and use that. But I just love it, and I don't always stick to, these shades. I use this one here. I really love that. If you want more of a cooler pink tone, you've got this. You can deepen it up with one of these deeper browns. It's just an outstanding palette, and yeah, I know that there's a lot of fans for these reloaded palettes, but this is my favourite because it just works. I know that we often think about, matte eyeshadow palettes, they're a little bit boring, but you have to have that base on your eyes, and then obviously that pop of shimmer on the lid. Just outstanding, and I would recommend that palette to anyone. One last product, which I thought was we're near the end, but one last product before I get to my absolute top. These products that I've shared with you are my favourites across the board. Like I say, they've been on a lot of people's lips talked about this year, but this is a new product that launched I think in December, late November, December. Revolution actually sent me the whole collection. I've yet to share with you that whole collection. That's how busy it's been recently, but I had to share them with you again. They were in my last month favourites, and they've made it into this end of year kind of favourite collection because they are outstanding. And these are the I Heart Revolution I Heart Chocolate lip gloss, and these are £3 to £4 each, and these are outstanding. Not only do they smell like chocolate, and they all smell different. There's salted caramel is one of my favourites. I don't think this is it. This is the one I actually put on my lips this morning to walk my puppy. But salted caramel is an absolute favourite of mine. These, although they're saying that these are lip gloss, they are opaque. They smell like chocolate. They're only a few pounds to purchase. That's that one there. I think this one, is it chocolate brownie, this one? I think it's chocolate brownie, but I could be wrong because I can't see it. They're so tiny. I haven't got my glasses with me, and I will get a magnifying glass. You can see what kind of colours I like because it's very much a gloss finish to the shade Heroin from Revolution Pro. But yeah, I just love it. Again, I use my lip liner in Chauffeur from the Renaissance collection, and I then apply this in the middle. But yeah, not only do these smell great, not only do they cover the lips, they actually really do. I'm suffering with dry lips, or I was. Obviously I'm out dog walking now a lot in the cold weather, and I had quite dry chapped lips, and these just are amazing. They really have rejuvenated my lips. They've made them very soft, And they just work like a lip balm, and I always have something on my lips when I go out and about, just because obviously if you don't, then you know you are prone to your lips drying out and getting chapped. Even when I'm, like I say, walking the puppy, I apply one of these. They are 4 my favourites, but like I say, I haven't shared with you the whole collection yet, and I just love them. They smell gorgeous, they work, and this has made the my last video of this year because it is just so stunning. The formula is amazing, and like I say, they're only a couple of pounds. Now we're on to the products. Before I share with you my, well, not my favourite brand, but a brand that I came across in 2018. Revolution will always be my favourite brand, just because I love their products so much, and I love everything about them, what they stand for. They've embraced me as a YouTuber. The highlight of my year had to be when they asked me to film a YouTube video for their YouTube channel. That has made my year, my month, my week, my day. I was so honoured to have been asked, that they have noticed me, and you know, they liked what I do enough to have asked me to share a video for them using their products. So yeah, that has made my absolute year. If you haven't checked that out, then do check that video out. I was using the Creative Volume 1 palette, and yeah, I was just honoured, like I say. So yeah, that made my year. And of course, if you watch my channel regularly, you know that I love the brand. So now what I want to do is share with you the products not only were talked about during 2018, but I think are the standout products for Revolution. The first one is this, and it is the Mascara Revolution from Revolution. This has changed my eyelashes. I was going to say brows then, but it's changed my lashes. I am obsessed. I'm now on the second one. This actually was the one that they kindly sent me, and I just love it. So I've already gone through one of these. This is brand new, but I don't have to take any more product off. I think when I first got the first mascara, I was taken aback by how thick, how gorgeous this wand was, and I was very much worried and taking some of the product off. I don't need to do that anymore. I've hardly ever had an issue, apart from when my hair gets in the way, you know, of it going below. I have been told by Mr. Minto, Adam Minto, because I asked on behalf of one of you, were they going to bring out and release a waterproof version? They are, and I believe it's going to be around about February time. So if you're holding off purchasing this because you like waterproof mascara, then yes, they are going to release a waterproof version. But although I must say that I've never had any issue with it myself. It's a standout product, it's gorgeous, it's amazing, and I won't use any other mascara now that I've found that. Now, they also launched the skincare, the Revolution skincare, and again, if you are a regular viewer, you know that I am obsessed. I had to mention these products. Again, it was talked about endlessly because, and you know, for a very good reason, Revolution hadn't got or released any skincare before. I think they've got a few like moisturisers from Freedom and things like that. I'm talking about in the jar. But a whole range, they'd never released anything like that. So I purchased some products. Not only that, they have sent me a few products as well. And I must say that I'm now obsessed. I won't use anything else. I do use a different under eye cream because they haven't. I do use a solution which I'll share with you in a moment for my under eye, but I'm talking about like a moisturiser. They haven't got one of those within the range, so I use something else from Garnier, but everything else is from this range. So what I apply first is the Revolution 5% caffeine solution and hyaluronic acid. It is the targeted under eye serum. This I believe is £6. I am down to about here. You only need a tiny little drop. I just pop a little bit on my finger and then just massage there and massage there, and I just love it. I just love this product so much. The next one that I apply is this. It's the 2% hyaluronic acid, and it is the Plumping and Hydrating solution. This is my second one of these. I think this is £6 as well. I'm down to there already. This is something, so I apply the under eye serum first and just pop that on. Then I'll pop a few drops of this on my face and then just pat that into my skin. So love it. I also like the dropper. I just love that so much. It all looks so professional, so gorgeous, so high end for such a little amount of money. This is a little oily, and this is the Revolution CBD oil. Now I apply this on my neck area. Necks and hands always show our age, and with this it's really, you can't see obviously because I'm wearing my it's like a headscarf, or in this case a neck scarf, but I have been applying this. This is my first one that I've used everything. You can tell I've just got a little bit left in there. I'm I'm getting every single last drop out of this, and I'm applying it on my neck, and it's really worked to hydrate my neck area. Very impressed with that. And then this again, this is something that I have replaced. In fact, I need to get another one, and it is the Hydration Boost, and it's the lightweight hydrating gel cream. And this, oh, I just love it. I'm obsessed. You just pop this off and you can see that I have used a lot of this. I really like it. I love the fact that it's a gel cream. All of these products just soak into my skin. My skin, and I've said it so many times, just eats these products up. What I will say, that if you're not used to, or if you are like me, I should say, that have used creams in the past that just sit on the skin, you will find that these solutions and skincare is a little bit strange to start off with. But once you use them, and you are supposed to use skincare at least a month to see the results, and yeah, once I did that I could see results. So yeah, although my skin is drinking it up, I can still see that it's plump. It's and it's also not as oily and greasy as it used to be, because I haven't got so much product sitting on my skin. It's soaking in, and it's working from the inside out, which, you know, is absolutely fantastic. I am obsessed, and I will keep repurchasing. Now, just before I go through the brand that I discovered in 2018, these two products I think left everybody open-mouthed in the makeup community. We had top YouTube reviewers talking about, especially the first product that I'm going to be sharing with you, and everybody loves this product. I think there's only one or two people that I've heard of that don't like this product. So yeah, I mean, you can't expect everybody to love it, because obviously you have different targeted areas, but on the for the majority, everybody loves this, and I can see why. And of course, it is the much talked about Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. So I've got the supersized version because this is what they've sent me in PR. I've used the smaller version for a long time. I've replaced it so many times I've lost count. I just love it. It gives me the confidence, and as I've mentioned in recent videos, makeup is all about confidence. I just love it. I love the fact that you've got a huge doe foot applicator, and I just, well, what more do I need to say apart from, if you haven't tried it, then you need to try it. It's amazing. And of course, they followed it up with this, and it is the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. Not only do I love the container, because again, I'm paying you know, a minimal amount for this product. You know, it's not high end. It is, you know, from either Superdrug or Boots, or obviously from their, not Boots, Superdrug and Revolution. I've got Boots on the brain because I've visited it so much for the sales. You can get it from revolutionbeauty.com. Let me just start again. And of course, superdrug.com, as well as Superdrug stores. I suppose what I was trying to say is that, you know, drugstores in general, you know, this is a product that is, yeah, I'm losing myself now. Let me just start again. So basically, from the drugstore, you can purchase foundations in the similar price range as this. There we go. I've got it out eventually. In the same price range, but I don't think you will get anything as good as this. I love it. It's I would say a demi matte, but so it does last on the skin, but also it gives you a glowy look as well. I mean, what other foundation does that? And it's under £10. Amazing. But I suppose what I was trying to say is not only is the product fantastic, but it also looks good. It looks high end, just like their skincare. And that is what I really love about Revolution. When they first started, you know, a few years back, their products were good, but they looked a little bit inexpensive. But now they're still good products, in fact amazing products, and they look good as well, so you just can't beat that. So those are all of the products that I think really are amazing, fantastic products. I can't actually wait to see what new products Revolution across the board with all of their, you know, products, their umbrella of products, and what they're going to release next, because they just keep getting better and better. And the Conceal and Define has just, well, launched them into, well, other countries particularly, and I can see why. I mean, obviously I've been on board with them since day one. So anyway, let's go through these products. So there was a brand that I discovered, I know that they've not just launched, but I discovered in 2018, and of course it is Profusion Cosmetics. I have spoken about this brand. Again, they sent me some PR. In fact, the product I'm holding was one product that they sent me, and I'm so pleased. How come I hadn't heard of them before? I'd not seen any videos on it. I'd not seen any products available, probably because there is none available in the UK apart from Boots. And believe me, from visiting some Boots stores to try and pick up some more Profusion in the sale, I know how difficult it is to get hold of, especially in the stores, because I think they are, well, they're just selling out fast, and there's nothing on their website, hardly at all. I think 4 or 5 products left. Do check in your local Boots if you would like to check out this brand. Alternatively, you can actually check out their website, and of course all links will be down below. And it is a UK site. Obviously, if you're in the US, you can also, in fact, they are actually available, readily available in stores in the US, as well as their US website. So these are the products that I'm loving. I'm not going to dwell on them too much, but because I have mentioned them in a few videos recently. This one, outstanding, love it, use it every day, purchase the backup for that reason. I've hit pan. This, again, I'm obsessed with, their Eye and Cheek palette, stunning. Love these eyeshadows, obsessed with their eyeshadows, obsessed with their blushes. MAC has gone Profusion blush in. I'm loving it. And not only that, this is a very inexpensive brand. If you haven't checked it out, please do, because it's inexpensive, but they are amazing. This is another product I love, and it is the Profusion Matte palette. Not quite there with the Revolution, but it is, well, nearly there. I love the fact that you've got big pans. I love the fact that, again, you've got all of those shades. The reason why it doesn't quite hit the mark as in the Revolution matte palette is because you've got a lot of warm pans here, whereas the Revolution has got cooler shades. You can, you know, in fact, let me just show you them side by side. This one from Profusion is mostly all warm, I think, and then this one from Revolution has got, you know, you've got some cooler shades, especially these two in the middle, those two there in the middle. But yeah, absolutely still love this palette. It's £5.99, I believe, on the UK site. It's still good, but not quite as good as Revolution. I mean, it had to do a lot to be as good as that. Not only that, the price point is even better with Revolution. This is a palette that I shared with you a few days ago. Chocolates, amazing. Calorie free, but still very, very good. Absolutely love this one. I actually wore it on my video for Saturday, and I also wore it again yesterday. I'm obsessed with the shade Fuse, which is here. You've got some really good shades in here. You've got lighter shades, you've got transitional shades, you've got deeper. They've also added these green shades. I wore this shade Wicked in my recent video on Saturday. Stunning. Another palette that I've tested and I love, and I think this is their most sold palette, and it is the Siennas palette. I mean, what does this remind you of? Gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. And I also mentioned in a recent video that I don't have any high-end palettes. The most high-end palettes that I have now are from Morphe, and they're pretty inexpensive, not as inexpensive as Revolution or Profusion, but yeah, I don't have anything high-end anymore because what is the point? And the very last item is this, and it is the Peach palette. Well, it's the Peach collection actually. Like I say, I gifted all of the females in my family this for Christmas. You actually get a brush, which is missing because I've used it, a lip liner, a liquid lipstick, it's a topper, it's metallic, and then this eyeshadow palette. I mean, beautiful, and it looks like this. I love this so much. I was so impressed with this. Like I say, I bought each one of the females in my family, including my two daughters, that collection because I love it so much. That's everything that I wanted to share with you today. I think these are real standout products. They certainly took the beauty community by storm. Everybody was talking about, not so much Profusion, because like I said, I added that on the end because it is something that I have discovered in 2018, but everything else I think has been talked about, and they're just amazing products. Absolutely love them. I would recommend any of the products that I've spoken about today to any one of you watching. Just love it. And most of them, apart from the Morphe, a little bit more high end, like I said, in price, but everything else is so inexpensive. Certainly worth a gamble to try. Yeah, and that's what I like about inexpensive brands. And for the most part, everything that I've tried has been just amazing. So yeah, I would love to hear your comments. Is there anything that I've shared with you that you love, that's top of your list makeup wise, that you would, you know, put perhaps in your top 5 products? These would certainly be in my top 5, but I've got more than 5, but anyway, you know what I mean. And of course, if you have just stumbled across my channel, I would love it if you subscribe to watch further videos. I've got lots and lots more makeup coming your way that I'm going to be sharing with you. I actually went to Boots yesterday and picked up a lot more from their sale, and I'm wearing one of them today, and it will be all down below what I'm wearing. But if you'd like to see that, perhaps a haul of some more products that I have purchased from the Boots sale, I will be happy to do that for you. But as always, until tomorrow, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.